Good morning and welcome to Rise and 9. It's Wednesday, January 14th.
Just about halfway through the week, but it feels more like we're halfway through winter today with these colder temperatures.
Such a big swing from yesterday. I went running in shorts last night around 5. It was still warm.
Yeah, I was at the Bark Park for more than an hour. There were lots of people there just enjoying that weather. It was windy, but it's much different when it's windy and 50 degrees versus windy and like what we're going to deal with today.
Yeah, for it to be 50 degrees yesterday in January, obviously that's not usual, but it was nice. And now we're just, temps in the teens this weekend.
And talking about some snow too, but it is January, it's the season.
Right, that's what it's supposed to be. We don't have to like it.
Just 1 month away from Valentine's Day too.
Yeah, we're getting there, and that just means spring's right around the corner.
Right, maybe we'll need some Valentine's Day decorations in here.
That would be nice. Yeah, we had those Christmas lights for a while. We could hang some hearts up or something.
Yeah, that would be cute.
It would be. Well, we are covering Governor Reynolds' final condition of the state address because she said she's not running.
Right, her term ends next January, just a little bit under a year left in her term as governor. And last night she honored 2 of the Iowa National Guard soldiers who were killed in Syria last month, had some of their family there and had a moment for them.
Yeah, and she said that her main priority is going to be property tax reform. That's something that both Republicans and Democrats have been talking about.
Right, and to get into the specifics, Reynolds last night proposed capping property tax increases for most homeowners at 2% a year, saying that would save homeowners $3 billion over 6 years.
And this also means that local communities would lose $3 billion to provide services. And the governor wants to provide $10 million statewide to incentivize communities to share services with other towns in order to save money.
Right, and also addressing taxes for homeowners, senior citizens, people 65 and older. If their homes are valued at $350,000 or less, her plan proposes freezing those property taxes.
Yes, and also an update with Cedar Crossing Casino that's being built in Cedar Rapids. We've been watching construction for a while now.
Yeah, the day of when that's going to open is this year, New Year's Eve of 2026. We heard from Cedar Rapids Mayor Tiffany O'Donnell and a business owner nearby who are both excited about that development.
Yes, Midnight Smoker Barbecue owner Greg Stoll says the casino's planned event center will bring in people from out of town. Obviously, his restaurant's very close to the casino, so he's bracing for kind of the impact that'll have.
Right. When we talked to him yesterday, it looked like the restaurant was busy. I'm sure, construction workers, a lot of interest in that area.
Yeah, and the mayor said that she's excited about the new entertainment that'll bring too.
And also the financial side of it too, that will bring in more tax revenue. And this is also part of developing an area, the west side, that was devastated by those 2008 floods.
Yeah, so this will be a big change for that area. A lot of that land just been kind of sitting empty up until now.
Yeah, it's like you drive by it on the Interstate 380 and you're like, oh, that looks a lot different now.
Yeah, big changes coming. So yeah, I'm sure we'll see those impacts with nearby businesses.
Right, and this one young woman from eastern Iowa, she's doing things to make her community a lot better after some just heartbreaking tragedy that she's gone through in her young life.
Yeah, she has a really tough story. However, what she's doing, what she's bringing out of those hard times is pretty incredible. So she's a student at St. Ambrose University. She was just named the Impact Life Blood Donor Hall of Fame last fall, and now she's getting recognition from Senator Grassley.
Yeah, at the nation's capital. So we're talking about Brenna Tierlink. She lost both her dad and her brother to a motorcycle accident when she was very young. Her cousin took the role of big brother, but he developed a rare immune disorder, which inspired her to donate blood.
Yeah, so on Monday, she received praise from Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, saying that she should inspire everyone to give blood. Jackie, I know you give a lot of blood.
Right, this inspired me to schedule an appointment. I've given over 2 gallons to Impact Life and Red Cross and other community organizations who collect blood. Because I'm a universal donor, I'm O negative, so that can go to everybody, and they call often, but it only takes maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, and you're potentially saving up to 3 lives with those donations. So it's something I like to do, kind of get in the routine of doing. But yeah, that can really make a huge impact.
Yeah, I think that's so incredible that you've donated so much blood, and especially being a universal donor because you can help so many people.
Right, mine can go and help out anybody. It's something that they reach for. When you have an emergency situation, you don't have time to check someone's blood type. So it's important to have those donations on standby. And I know that when there's things like a winter storm or the holidays or a surge of illness, all those things, because they have to cancel or you're not supposed to give if you don't feel healthy. All those things can impact the blood supply, and they want to keep that ready. You never know when there's going to be something terrible, and they need those reserves.
Yeah, and it seems that there's always a need for more donations. There are several locations, of course, where you can donate blood. Impact Life has multiple locations in Cedar Rapids. There's a location in Coralville, Davenport, and Dubuque as well.
Right, and I usually go to Impact Life, just where I'm used to. They do, have points, and that's not the main reason why you give, but they do have points that can add up, and I got a whole winter jacket. They will even give out as high as a $50 gift card to places like Target, Amazon, if you need another extra little incentive to make that schedule.
Yeah, anything to help, get that important donation.
Right. And this is a fun story.
This is a very fun story. Actually, we heard Rebecca Vaughn talking about this story
in the newsroom.
Days ago. All I heard her say from across the room was a 7-foot tall dog, and I said, "What?
What?
A 7-foot tall dog?" She said, "When it stands on its back legs."
Yeah, it's huge. It looks like a Holstein. This dog is massive, and it's a rescue dog too.
It is, yes. This is in the Cedar Falls area, and he is running to be the tallest living dog in the world.
Right, and there's still a little training he has to do before they can officially make that happen, because this is a really funny reason, he's scared of the tape measure.
I know, how ironic when you're so tall. Well, his name is Samson. He's a Great Dane. He was rescued when he was just 4 months old. Owner thought he'd be like 120 pounds. But yeah, there's video. You need to go check out Rebecca's story if you haven't seen it. The dog puts his hands up on the shoulders. He is so big,
it's
like a
huge.
real life Clifford.
Like its ears looks like there's like a book size, and its paws just massive. But the owner thought he'd maybe be 120 pounds, which, by the way, is huge. He's so much bigger than that. But
yeah,
there's also some more to him too. So he is deaf and he knows sign language. And that's, the owner says they're also hoping to use that designation for awareness, because those signs and being that large and having those health conditions is a sign of some bad breeding.
Yeah, she mentioned kind of the genes that play a role and how his color is not traditional Great Dane color, and because of that breeding is why he maybe has some of these health issues, and so they're trying to use his size for good in order to bring awareness to that.
Right. It's interesting that it is so big, but not really great for his health problems.
Exactly. Yeah. She talked about kind of how big they can grow, you know, and their organs and all of that. So yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, just another reason to, if you're looking for a dog or cat or animal in your life, to go to those local shelters. That's where I got Walt. I wasn't even looking for him at the shelter. It was looking for another dog, but that one got adopted, and they're like, well, here's this puppy. So even if you're looking for a young dog, you can find somebody great in your home.
Yeah, there's always dogs in needs of homes and cats as well.
Right. I know. I'm thinking about getting a second one. I'm just not sure to make that commitment.
Maybe Walt needs a friend.
I think he does. He has a great time at the Bark Park, especially on those warm days.
Yeah, you know, that's awesome. Danielle, like
yes,
she's got a bunch of dogs. Is it 9? I think?
Is it 8? But maybe it's 9. You know, we haven't talked to her in a little bit.
Yeah, a bunch of dogs. I know now we're on different shifts, so I don't get to see her as often in person. But yeah, you can always have more.
Right, and he's Walt is like a medium-sized dog. He's 40 pounds, but that's bigger than what I'm used to. Like, he can get his paws up on the counter, and took a ham sandwich off when he was a new puppy, and I wasn't used to having a dog that big. It was my fault for not putting it far back. But at the Bark Park, I was talking to a Great Dane owner who is not this massive 7-foot-tall standing dog, but still a big dog. And he's like, yeah, my dog could get a ham sandwich from the top of the fridge.
I was going to say, I think Samson, you can't keep anything away from Samson. I don't know what you do. You got to be really careful. Or maybe he's just very disciplined.
Right.
Not taking the human food off the counter.
Yeah, he'd had to eat a lot of food too.
Yeah, I can only imagine. That'd be a lot of bags of dog food.
Yeah, or even the fence. This was at a doggy daycare, who was the organization that was like, maybe he could get a Guinness World Record. But he was like, I feel like if he wanted to, he could hop over that fence, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just a polite suggestion, that fence.
Right. Please stay on this side.
Yeah. So the doggy daycare you just mentioned, they found that the current tallest living dog, that distinction there, measures 39 inches at the shoulders. And so, yeah, of course, they're trying to measure Samson, and he's scared of tape measures. But rough measurements had him between 39 and 42 inches, which could make him the tallest living dog in the world.
Yeah, and once they do that measurement, they say they're going to contact the Guinness Book of World Records. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I mean, yeah, even just seeing the video and seeing how big he looked on camera, you can only imagine in person, because you can only tell so much off of a camera.
Right. It's just he had put his paws up on that person's shoulder,
Yeah,
and she was looking
you can
up.
see the ratio there. Yeah,
Huge.
incredible.
Can you imagine even like putting that dog in your car to go to the vet or
I
something?
know.
Yeah.
I know. It's like when they bring the llamas in from
Yeah.
Perry Patch, and they get out of a van, and I'm like, how do you fit those llamas in there?
You need a whole back of a minivan to move him around, or like a cow trailer, because he is like the size of a cow.
Really? Yeah. But he seemed like he had, I can't wait to talk to Rebecca about this because I haven't seen her since her story aired. However, he seemed like he had this very sweet demeanor.
Right.
Very nice. Because it could be scary, you know, especially for little kids, being around the dog that big, but he seemed so calm.
Right. If you're a little kid, I mean, we think the dog's big and we're looking down on it. And so I'm sure that's
Right.
huge and you're a small one.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So I'll be anxious to catch up with her. But yeah, if you haven't seen that story, it's one you'll want to check out. And again, raising some good awareness too.
Absolutely. A really interesting perspective from that dog and its owners.
Yeah, I'm glad that they shared that.
Well, thanks for joining us for Rise and 9.
Have a great day.